Hello. Today I want to demonstrate a use case for Dworshak. Now, this is not Dworshak. This is a little side project that I started today. I work at a wastewater treatment plant. We have a system called the BioRim. Our SCADA system is Ovation. The Ovation system allows you to take backups of the system, and I was trying to query the backup to look for some of my sensor points, what graphics they show up on, what control sheets they're used on, and so I wrote this big, nasty, quick and dirty main file. Quick and dirty, heavy. And so here, it hard codes some paths. I went ahead and I hard coded, here's where my backup file is. That's where it is. That's the folder everything lives in. I'm doing the analysis I need to do today. Now, I did that on my laptop. I have it up on my GitHub. I cloned it over here. We've got the project locally now. I've UV synced. We're ready to go. Now, when I try to run this thing, bonk, file not found. Okay, hard coding file paths. We've all done it. How am I going to change this? That's what I want to show you. So what I'm going to go ahead and do preemptively, I'm going to go ahead and UV add Dworshak. All right, Dworshak 1.2.18 is a very big deal because it's the first version of Dworshak that allows you to use library scripting that holds all of those subpackages. So before I expected you to import each one of these packages individually, Dworshak config, Dworshak env, Dworshak prompt, and Dworshak secret. Now I said, you know what? If you want to go lightweight, sure, do that. But if you don't mind carrying these dependencies, which are minor, Memphis drip is a single pure Python function. Probably doesn't even need to be there. We could probably just move it to PyHabitat. PyHabitat is pure Python. Those are some introspection functions. Basically, they wrap platform.sys calls, among other things. Typer is probably the enrich, or the heaviest things in here. And that just says, hey, Dworshak is CLI first. But if you really want life to be easy, just import Dworshak. You're going to carry the CLI, which is great. We love Dworshak CLI. Look at this thing. Doot, doot, doot. Big old help tree. We got Dworshak secret, Dworshak prompt, Dworshak config, Dworshak env. You can go look up what Dworshak is. I'm going to show you what Dworshak is. So we're going to go ahead to the top here, and we are going to import Dworshak. And I'll just make it easy on myself because I want a phone. I'll just call it Dwo. There we go. Nice. All right, sick. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and grab. There's an easier way to do this. Copy. Save that for later. I'm gonna go ahead and say yeah, we don't really want to do this because now we're not hard coding anything. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna change here. We'll do like this. Oh, that's actually not the problem. I'm not listening. That doesn't matter. What matters is this. So what I'm doing is I'm just making it easier to convert the value or the path that I'm using here from something that's hard-coded, which is inferred by these uppercase letters, which it becomes bad form once I make it a variable. It shouldn't be used below, but this is just kind of a quick and dirty way to say, look, I understand. I'm kind of keeping convention but breaking convention. Let me just, make it a small variable and then pass it up. So here's where I would say dot obtain. Let's actually not do that. Let's do obtain is equal to dwo.obtain. Now what is that going to do? It means it's going to use the default file paths. If you don't put paths in here, what you could do is you could say env path, and you could say that you wanted to go somewhere particular. This is the default. That's the default. In root dot env. That's the default. I'll just leave it in there just for clarity. May as well not put it there. Obtain dot env, and then we need some variable like so. Paste. This might look weird. This is just my Pythonic sensibilities. Don't mind me. You can argue with me in the comments below. I don't care. I know this looks funny. Get at me, bro. I just couldn't bear to set an all uppercase as something that's not hard-coded. So there's more arguments we could put in here. We're gonna leave it like that. Cool. Great. Yeah, we should be good to go now. So the truth is, I don't have a file. I don't have one. But maybe we should be carrying one. This is an internal project, so no big deal. Let's go ahead and make dir paste. Nope. That's not what we want. I didn't pick it up, did I? We're gonna get there. That's why I put this here. Copy. Just to sort of infer. And again, if this was a public project, don't do this. Ovation. Backups. This thing is 300 megabytes. This is a terrible idea. I actually don't recommend this at all. Let's not do that. Let's do this. There. Happy. Better. Good. Reasonable. Don't ever call me reasonable. Actually, I could whip out my USB thumb drive right now and I can copy the file over from my computer, no trouble. Whoop. Sick. Cool. So now if I was so inclined, check this out. So I could say Dworshak env list. It's going to say, hey, there's nothing there. There is not an M file here. There isn't one. Also, let's go ahead and check our git ignore. Yep, sick. Okay, cool. So it'll block it. So we don't need this path to be the same on different machines. It'll prompt per machine. That's the fun part. That's what we're getting into. So I could go ahead and write down that path in the env. I'm not going to, and I'll show you why. This is the fun part. Let's go ahead and run it. Boom! It asks for it. And then I would tell you, ooh, that's actually an interesting question. I've never considered this before. It will not do text completion. Ooh, actually I want to show you something fun. Dang it, Bobby. No. Oh man. Unsupported operator. Rah. Good. Still empty. Not really sure what the issue is there. Oh, it's because it tried to eat a string. I'm confused. Didn't store it. Quite alright. Weird. It's okay. Because let's say your users deserve the best. Let's just do this. Prompt mode. And then I would say avoid interface equals set prompt mode dot console, which is really just a string that says console. But we're going to be rigorous. All right, let's try again. I'm going to gut check real quick. Python. Good. Yep, boom. Oh wait, that's not what I wanted to know. What I wanted to know is all of the args for obtain. How do I see all the args for obtain? Here we go. Env priority interface list. Avoid interface. Yes, it's a set. Excellent. Good job. We've done it. Nice one. Cool. Nice. Boom! Where do you want that dir? I'll tell you where I want that dir. It is an interesting question, because now I don't remember. We gotta go back. Burp, 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 burp. Screw it. I stopped caring weeks ago. Nope, not in there. What do we call it? Ovation. Boom. Okay, great. Great. Copy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can have like a TTY input that does tab completion. Is that real? Like, comment, subscribe. Answer in the comments below. Sick. No! Oh, wait, what? Oh, I know what the problem is. Because I am an idiot. I'm not an idiot, it's just value. Here's why. Check it out. I'll show you. See, this is why it's good that we did this. That's a result. And then we need a result dot value. Sick. Just for fun, we'll do best practice as always. Paste equals. Great. That'll show you. All right. Yeah, you need to be finishing off with the value because it returns a class, an obtain result class, or one that's specific for the type of return that you're getting. And now, with feeling, oh, what does it want? Let's see. Just for curiosity's sake, I think grep. No, don't do that. Rah! Get out of here. CD dev. There, was that hard? Grep. Air equals true. Nope. There it is. Sure, but those are type or echo. I need print. I thought it was standard error. Is it not? This is gonna drive me crazy. Python print with standard error true. Oh, it's like that. Okay, fine. I could have just printed like an adult. We don't do that here though. We use good hygiene, especially when console input is involved. We're not taking any risks. We're keeping clean separation of standard error and standard out. All right, once more with feeling. Man, you can't catch a break. I can't catch a break. Stabilize. Dwo.obtain usage. Sick. Get push to dev. Not gonna push to main yet because we're still busy, but back up your stuff. Best practices. That is a long repository name. Why, God? Oh, interesting. Observe. Haha, it's there. What does that mean, cat? It's because it's not designed to take a string or a path. It's one of the two. Boop, there it is. Yep, that's right. What's the problem? Oh, there's no tree file. Easy. Yeah, we know that. It's because it's an empty folder. Sick. Good. Let's just go ahead and say, just to be rigorous, what is a way to say is empty? Oh yeah, hold on, wait. Yeah, there it is. Here's the interesting part. This is what it returns. That's the result. Of vector result equals obtain result. The value and then is new false. So all you're getting in addition is new. That's really useful when you're writing internally, the CLI. Is that useful to the good people in the street? You know, I'm going to do it anyways. I think it's more reasonable to ask my users to learn to use the library. Because when you're coding, what's going to happen? Like, it's just going to fail. And then you're going to learn to do it the right way. There's no problem. It's better for it to be more rigorous code, right? Can we all agree on that? Comments below. Anyways, let's do... All right, we'll cut out here. Let's say if not tree file dot exists what are we doing? Sys.exit. What do I put here? 1? Is that how that works? Hideous. Finally. No! Oh, it's because it won't happen there. You're doing pretty good. Wait, this is interesting. Oh. It thinks it's a string. Why is that not a string? Alright. Hey, get. There. You happy? Are you happy? Are we glad that we separated it? Sorry, I'm just being a jerk. Yep, cool. Better. Alright, I think we're finally going to get it this time. Yay! Doot. Sick. Nice one. Please copy Ovation backup folder to local device. It is 350 megabytes. We're going to go ahead and push that up to main. Good stuff. Nice one. We've been talking for 30 minutes here. Well, there you go. There's a real use case for how to use Dworshak obtain. So you import obtain like this. This is new for Dworshak 1.2.18. Used to, you had to say from Dworshak prompt import obtain, which, yeah, you could do that. I'm not stopping you. That's probably a better choice, frankly. But if you want to use Dworshak, maybe that's bad hygiene on my part. But do what you will. I'm leaving it for now. Great. So this is a lot like console, where you get options when you have the class, and then you just return the instance, and then you use the instance in your code right here. So you get a result. You will need to get the value from that result, like so. And then it's in the code. So every time, so you'll see that notice every time that we run it now, you'll notice that is new is now false. Check this out. Dworshak env list, yes, of course. I'll just go ahead and show you help. We'll say, grab this chart, copy, remove, paste, boop, yep, remove it, great. List, it is gone. So check this out. So let's go ahead and equip ourselves with this. Copy. Run it. TK enter is not available. Skipping the GUI. Paste. Submit. Back in the saddle. Is new. Is true. Nice. Brand new. Just saved it this time. I chucked it in there. Saved it. Used it. If we run it again, is new false. It's not prompting. It's just using it. Hooray. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Dworshak is getting stable. I'm excited to be using it and demonstrating use. I work for the city of Memphis. I work at a wastewater treatment plant. We have an Ovation system, and I'm writing this code to help to analyze files that are a part of that Ovation system. I am not a very big fan of the Ovation system, I'm not gonna lie. It is, as a Termux developer, people say that developing in Termux is a hostile environment. Termux is not a hostile environment compared to Ovation. Ovation is a hostile environment. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. I hope that you have a great day.